Hello, Likers. Welcome back to our channel. It's me, your fave, your one and only, your baby girl, Malaika. So, Likers, today we are doing the critical review of Mr. Aloy's series For the Love of Money, episode 1. The series is a new series. It just started today. So, allegedly, it started with this beautiful woman, Crystal. Christabel. She loves to be called Crystal. She's married to this guy. She's an influencer, and she's living a fake life. My God, this series will be so amusing. I already love it. I'm falling in love with it because it typically talks about our day-to-day lives of today, about the way social media has taken everywhere by storm. Like, as we all know, that social media is a new oil money, is a new oil world. So we'll do anything, for content. People will do whatever they can do just to create content. So Crystal's content is based on lifestyle, posh lifestyle, baby girl lifestyle. She's making the world believe that her husband is the one, giving her the lifestyle that she's living. She bought herself a car on credit that she's not yet done paying. But now she's making her audience to know that her husband bought her that car and she lied about the price tag. She said the cost of it is 150 million. And the man is shocked. The man like, eh? That type of fool be like, hey, yeah. She's like, she's living this dream. She wants her audience to believe, her followers, her subscribers to believe that she's a posh girl. She's living the life, the life of your dream, the life that you dream of living. She is living it, that baby girl lifestyle. She's got it. So she's making her audience to believe that, and her husband is shocked. Like her husband can't believe. Then when she was talking, she was like, guys, enough of the talking. Let me show you who is the owner who is the one responsible for the smile on my face. She started showing her husband, and no more, her husband was not here for it. He was not here for it. He was like, if you see the way he snatched that phone from her. He's this type of man, like typical traditional men who don't like fakeliness. Like, they don't like anything that's fake. They don't like they tolerate you until they stop not wanting to tolerate you any longer. He's that type of person. So he's so pissed that his wife is trying to, like, to portray something that doesn't exist. He hates it and it makes him so angry. So she's saying that no, this is based on her lifestyle. She wants to make people believe that, she's a type of make believe. She wants people to believe that this is how she lives her life. And her husband is so annoying to him, because to him it's more like, why do you want to impress people? Why do you want people to believe that you're living the soft life, you're living the life, whereas you are not living the life? Why are you doing that? And the man is not happy about it. He's not happy at all, because to him it is fake, and like, he doesn't like the fact that his wife is living a fake life. But the woman is like, his husband has to be supportive. To her it's more like he's not supportive. He doesn't want to understand her. He doesn't want to, like, to know that, this is the lifestyle that she's supposed to live, and to be there for her. So she's not happy, because she's like, my other colleagues, influencers, their husbands, support their lifestyle. They are okay with it. Why do you have a problem with the way I live my life? Well, this guy has a problem because he doesn't, you're living a fake life. You buy a car on credit. You lie that your husband bought that car for you. You're lying about the price tag. You're saying it's worth 150 million naira, when it's not the case. You're still paying for the car. You're not done paying. So a real man would definitely be angry at you. He would definitely be angry at you. He's not having it. He's not having it. So to her, it's more like her husband is supposed to understand, supposed to be there for her. What is the problem? He's not supposed to, to take things this seriously. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like the fact that he's annoyed, and he had to just walk away from her, because she wasn't understanding anything. She was still there taking her videos, showing her followers how the front of her car looked like. And the next thing shows Christabel still influencing, She's in front of her camera again, in her sitting room, talking about like, this is a problem I have, and this thing affects most women, or men that envy other people's lifestyles. Yes, because you cannot envy a lifestyle that you cannot afford. You understand? Why would you want to live like somebody? You don't know how they make their money, you don't know how they live, because they say a roof is what covers everything, every couple and all the rest. You don't know how these people live their lives, you don't know how they make their money, but you want to live like them. So she's telling girls especially that if you're not married to a man like me, honestly, you have to like divorce your husband, your current husband, and look for a man like her own. You understand? Because her man does this for her man does that for her. He brings her breakfast in bed, he cooks for her. That sometimes like bunch of crap. You know, and to think that stuff like this still gets people, it's appalling. You understand? She's saying that, oh, if you don't have a man that does these things for you, then that man doesn't love you, then you have to quit that marriage. And you will see some unfortunate bingos, let me call them that way. Some olori burukus, they will believe stuff like this and they will really quit their marriages. You understand? Because I don't know how you will let influencers, people that are making their money, they'll say anything for content, content creators, bloggers, whatsoever. I mean, I'm also inside, but thank God I don't do the type of content. I can't even, the next thing shows her husband in the kitchen, the same man that cooks for her. They are hungry. He's hungry. His daughter is hungry. The baby is crying. The baby is Zara. The husband's name I don't know yet. And she has not cooked because she woke up in the morning. All she does is to influence, to do her videos and everything. The man is hungry, his daughter is hungry, they want to eat, there's no food. The next thing shows Christabel, that is still on her video. She's like, you know what, like I said, if your husband cannot cook for you, then all of a sudden she had to pause because she heard her baby crying, and her girl was crying and the cry was coming towards her direction. Then she realized that, oh. And the next thing shows Zara, who is going towards her mom because she's very hungry. Baby girl is so hungry. She has not eaten. Her mama is not ready to cook because she has to create content for her followers. So she told them that she was trying to round up, and there comes her husband, who was very furious because his daughter has not eaten, and his wife was busy creating content, and he just had to stop the live. She was on live, and she got angry because he was like, Madam, you are sitting here, you're vlogging or you're blogging whatsoever, and your kitchen is empty, your pots are empty, you've not cooked, like what's going on? Why haven't you cooked? And to her it was more like, oh, I don't want to do advert, they don't pay me. So like apparently there's a restaurant that is sending them food, like she endorsed their brand, so they are sending food to her house. They send platters to her house, and that they are on their way. That's the reason why she didn't cook. But I thought this woman was telling her followers earlier that she doesn't cook. Her husband cooks for her. Her husband serves her breakfast in bed. Her husband does this. Her husband does that. See, like us, I always say I love Mr. Aloy's series, because they teach us a lot. They teach a lot of things, Now, if you people cannot learn from this series, then you don't know anything at all. The only problem I have is that somebody will do bad till the end with Mr. Aloy's series. That's the only problem I have. But they teach a lot, I teach a lot because and we see this every day. Thank God I'm very grounded. I always tell people, don't believe everything you see on social media. You see social media, whatever it is that you see, take it with a pinch of salt. You understand? Because when it has to do with social media, salt and powdered sugar, they look the same, but they don't taste the same. All right. So be very careful. Because this woman, you said the lifestyle most influencer portrays there, that's not their real lifestyle. They live lower than that, but they'll make, please, my people. Okay. So her husband, she's arguing with her husband. They are going back and forth, because to her husband needs to be happy that, they are bringing her food at home. He's not supposed to complain. Her husband is fed up, because she's undermining his authority, and she's trying to make things difficult for him, by not trying to listen to what he has to say, and he was not happy about it. He was not happy about it. But to her, she's not seeing anything wrong with it. To her, like, why is her husband angry? He's not supposed to be angry. Besides, it's more like, you should be happy. We have people that are going to bring us food, and stuff like that, which is that a real African man. No. The next thing shows the husband who went into their bedroom, and he was just contemplating, like, what is going on. And she came in, she was like, what is, like, to her, it was like more like, what's your problem? What do you really want? What is it with you? Why are you not trying to support me? To her, like, her husband was not supporting her the way other influencers, husbands, or wives are supporting them. Her husband is supposed to be her support system. Yes, very true. But now, is he supposed to support your fake lifestyle? That's the problem. You know. And she dropped the bombshell that, based on the fact that she has a lot of work now, it's not easy on her. She'll need a maid. And her husband was like, it's not happening. Maids are not going to raise my child, because to him it's more like, we have just a child now, and you're talking about a maid. So when we start having kids, multiple kids, what are you going to be doing? You know, like, he cannot accept a maid. It's not possible. you know but she's insisting. To her, it's more like, why is her husband behaving like this? Because from the very beginning, before getting married to her, he knew she was an influencer, and he was okay with it. So why is it becoming a problem all of a sudden? Why is it making him angry? Why is he not trying to understand that this is his life, this is her lifestyle? Why? She's not happy because she thinks that her husband is trying to, spoil things for her. Her husband wants to spoil things for her, and she's not having it. Whereas that's not the case. The husband is just trying to have, like, to have his wife, in check. He's just trying to have his wife back, because he sees that his wife is crossing all the boundaries she's not supposed to cross. And now she's very angry because she feels that her husband is, like, losing it, like not wanting a maid, for instance. Why wouldn't you want a maid? It's a normal thing to do, so that it will warrant her to be able to do all the things that she needs to do, and also that it will make things easier for them. So the man is not happy. Why? Because to him it's more like, he's a proud African man, and to him it's more like, I'm a provider. I'm supposed to provide for you. I don't need you to do anything. But also, that's not good, because for her own mental health, she needs to be busy, but not that busy and not misleading people, because apparently her husband is not happy with her content, because her husband was like, do you have any idea of how many homes you've broken? By making them believe that their husbands are not good enough, because they are not offering them what your husband is offering you. You make people believe that your husband is giving you this lifestyle that doesn't exist. You make people to believe that your husband is, taking you on vacation, buying you stuff, breakfast in bed, this, that, bunch of lies, and her husband is not buying it. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it and now she's not happy. She's saying that her husband is not supportive. He's not supporting her. He's complaining. He's like, always, like, nagging about what she's doing. He's not okay with it, blah blah blah, and all the rest, you see. But I don't think this is a problem. I just think they just have to understand each other, and the woman also have to understand that it's a different ballgame when you're single and you're an influencer, and when you're married you're an influencer. Yes, it's not easy, because, for example, what I'm doing now, yes, I'm a blogger, but I know that it will be a bit difficult when I get married, because the whole time I spend to take care of myself or do my job whatsoever, I'll need to reduce it, to try to find a middle ground between taking care of my home, my family, and taking care of my job. It's not easy. It's not easy. She really needs to compromise. She needs to meet her husband halfway. The next thing shows the man in his office with his friend. He's complaining. He's very bitter about it. Like a story about that noise. There's a car, and I don't want to pause the video. you know and his friend is just laughing because to him it's more like but you liked it when you married her. You were okay with the fact that she was an influencer. But his problem is the fact that his wife lies. She's lying. To him she's misleading people, which is the truth. Excuse me, she's saying things that she wouldn't normally do. She's saying things that are not true. She's make believe. She's making people believe in things that are not real. And that's what makes him sad. He's not happy about it. Because he said he's okay with his wife influencing, but the kind of influencing that she's doing is the problem that he has. Because he doesn't want the fact that she is making people to believe something that doesn't exist. She's wanting people to live this dream that is not true and all that. And he's right. You can't blame him. You really can't blame him for that. He's not happy at all. And he's telling his friend that honestly he has to stop because he cannot let her have a maid. And his friend for to him because but to me, honestly, I think he should look have a maid just to help around with the child and everything, but the wife will be cooking. But because to him he's saying that the kids are not much, but his friend also is telling him that yes, it's just a child, but guy, if you don't want to lose your marriage, if you don't want to, you have to compromise, you have to give her a maid. That's it. So the next thing shows Christabel still doing her job, still in her business. She wants to make a goosey soup. And she's teaching people. Now she's telling them that she's doing her grandmother's style. Let people know that this is her grandmother's recipe. Those that want to drag her, they should not drag her, that this is her own way of cooking, the way her grandma taught her. Yeah. That the other people have their own way of cooking a goosey soup, which is true. So nobody should come and tell her that no, it is not done like that, it is done like this. Nah, she's not having it. That they should know that there are different ways of cooking. Oh my god, I don't know why this guy is stationed and be making all of this noise. So as she was teaching, she heard a sound like a bang, a big bang. And she paused, and as she saw water, she screamed. Almost, she screamed. She forgot that she was standing in front of the camera. And the next thing shows Zara, who is crying seriously, and she ran towards her. She ran towards Zara. Zara was crying. Zara was it seems as though she pulled the TV cable, and it brought the TV down, so the TV fell and shattered. And she was like, oh my god, this useless man will not come and buy me here today. Zara. So she was blaming the child, and this is what her husband is talking about. And also, at the other hand, this is what she's talking about, because if she had a maid, now the maid would be with the child, while she's cooking. But I don't see any reason why she cannot be with the child in the kitchen while she's cooking. Because she can still influence with the child. She can still be doing her thing. She's holding the child like that. No, it's not easy because they might be making noise or they might be crying. But your audience will understand. Those are kids. They do the normal things that kids do. Instead of letting her around the house, breaking stuff, I think it would have been better to be with her in the kitchen. Yeah, I think so. The next thing shows Zara with her dad. She was eating this fat chicken. Zara, you made me like you made me lick my lips. And she's playing with her dad, and all of a sudden he notices her leg. That there was something wrong, like a bruise and everything, and he was so furious. Girls and their fathers. They are like 5 and 6. He was furious. He was wondering, like, what is this? What happened to my baby's leg? And he started screaming his wife's name, Christabel. It was not baby. If you see the way he was screaming this woman's name, I wanted to ask, don't you have pet name for your wife? She came. Eh, what is it now? Why are you screaming my name like a village man? Imagine this is your husband, you're calling a village man like this. So the man just wanted to know, like, how come my baby's feet is like this? What happened? What happened? So she explained that when she was cooking, and the baby was sitting in the parlor, then she fell from the chair or from the couch. I don't know, but she was lying. I think it was due to the fall of the TV. Yes, I guess so. She was lying from her tooth. To her husband. That was what happened. Anyway, like us, let's end the video here. My people, see, this thing is what this is our day-to-day activities. Bloggers. Was it yesterday? I was telling my neighbors, bloggers will not make heaven. Yes, I told my neighbors that bloggers, tailors, lawyers, who again, which people again, what group, what set of people, like, to me, they will not make heaven, because those people can lie. You understand? Hair vendors as well, they will not make heaven. That's what I was saying. Because I don't understand why you will not be living a lifestyle, but you will make people believe that that is a lifestyle you're living. It's of no use. It doesn't make sense. And to think that there are people, that want to leave their marriages because what you said is, they think that you're living that lifestyle. If your husband does not do this, don't do this. If your husband does not do this, don't do this. If your husband, Omo, did these people, were they there when you met this man or this woman? Did you ask them for advice when you wanted to marry this person? Hmm? You ask them for advice when you and the person want to knock in your bedroom or wherever? No. So why would you come and sit? You take your time, your data or your Wi-Fi, you use it to watch and listen to advice that influencers. I'm not saying that don't take advice, no, but this type of rubbish advice, don't try it. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. Most people that will come and say, like Saida Bosch was saying, if they don't give you 20 million, if they don't give you don't really, which man has ever given you 20 million? Like us, please stop listening to bloggers. Okay, stop. Okay, don't do that, please. All right, stay safe. On this note, I'll have to say bye, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.